and we're recording. Welcome to the second season and the second episode of Drink and Airsoft. I got the host of the second season, King Kuka.
What up? Also known as Sancho the Goat. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok.
Yes, follow him on TikTok and hopefully maybe YouTube one day.
Yeah, let's see.
So, oh man, I think I know what we're missing. I was supposed to bring the rap bastard that I had. I'm supposed to put it somewhere over here, but we'll do it later. So the first episode of the second season, we was talking about airsoft weapons and which ones we started with. He favors pistols. We had a little pistol battle, Combat Master versus SSP1, which I'm still not giving up on. So you can see we have a little bit more organized today. We are recording as well, so that's gonna be our new gimmick. We're gonna record live and record as well, so the people live will also get some behind the scenes, and then people that are recording will get some special features in case we're doing clips or whatever. So we're gonna start this off with beginner gear. So we already talked about the weapons. When you first get into airsoft, everybody tells you should buy all this stuff, go all this crazy for beginner gear. So from our experience, from paintball to airsoft, what you got to say about a beginner when you're trying to get gear?
So something. I'm sorry, my voice is a little chopped, but hopefully y'all can hear me. It depends on what type of airsoft you're doing. If you're doing indoors, you could go green gas, like for your pistols or whatever. A lot of guns are electric. A lot of the rifles and stuff are electric. For your pistols, you can go green gas or CO2, but I like green gas better for indoors because it's quicker. It's a quicker exchange. Like to get back on the field, you just hold the gas canister, load up quick, boom, you're good to go. Some of the pistols, I feel like they did not put a lot of thought into loading and unloading CO2 cartridges.
Exactly. I feel like with some of the 1911s, it's kind of a hassle where you got to actually unscrew it, put it in. It can be a little difficult. Even with the SSP1, it's a little difficult. You got to have tools and stuff like that, which I feel like could be a little annoying. And I do like green gas indoors. I'd rather hopefully do outdoors. The problem is, depending on the temperature, if you're playing in the winter or the fall, you're going to get inconsistent FPS because of that.
Which is why I said if you're going to go indoors, green gas, CO2, it don't matter. But CO2, like you said, sometimes it's difficult to put those cartridges back into a pistol magazine or whatever. So like my first airsoft pistol was a HK USP 45.
Yeah.
And I loved the pistol, but I hated trying to put the CO2 in it. So I immediately went out and bought a HK VP9 and used that as like my regular pistol because that was green gas.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
But then we went on a few outdoor games when it was a little bit cold, and I quickly realized that green gas was not a good option because it starts to sputter like.
Yeah.
So that's why I said it depends on what type of airsoft you're starting off with. If you're going to start off with indoor, then you can go green gas or CO2, but green gas is a quicker way to get back into the game. There's no sure equipment for you to start with.
Exactly.
Don't let anybody tell you, oh, you have to have this, you have to have that, you have to have an M4, you have to have. Don't let nobody tell you that. Start with what you're comfortable with.
Exactly. So pretty much what he said about green gas, right? This is a mag for green gas sake. And you can see the port for the green gas is in the back, which is so easy. You can put it in here, you don't have to do anything. I don't have my SSP mag, but do you have a mag for one of your CO2s? It's actually a process. So if you want to start, I'll tell everybody, if you want to start airsoft, I recommend starting indoors because, the gear you can use is a little bit more. You don't have to really go crazy, worry about FPS. You can just get like beginner stuff real cheap. and green gas is usually easy stuff. It's usually easy to find. So yeah, always recommend. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. So yeah, you always recommend growing with get green gas.
So, just to speak on the green gas, he said his was in the back for that pistol. For this one, it's at the bottom. This one is for, I believe this is for my CZ.
Definitely it's easy.
Yeah. I got a CZ Shadow. It's one of my favorites. If you saw the other video, I showed it.
And then my favorite outdoor pistol. I can show you both. So this is my indoor pistol and this is my outdoor pistol. This is the Novik SSP1 that I use for outdoor because of CO2. You get more consistent shots and you don't have to worry about the temperature. Where this is my indoor, this is a SIG, which is green gas. You just gotta be a little bit more okay with it. So yeah.
Oh, I hope I have it in here.
But that also will bring up another topic while he's looking for his equipment is holsters. So you also want to make sure I think a standard that you have to do is get a good holster. Now, you want something that's comfortable, but it's also easy to release because you don't want to be fighting with your firearm, your airsoft, where you're trying to get it out. So there's plenty of them. They also sell the cloth ones. I don't really recommend the cloth ones so much, only because yes, it's universal, but you also got to keep adjusting the fit, and it can get unadjusted because it's this Velcro pretty much holding it in. This is a SciTech holster, mostly for like a 1911, and I use this for pretty much for my SS3-1. Holds it. It also contours to your body. I put this on my battle belt, which I will talk about in a little bit. And there's a button right here to release it, so you don't have to worry about it falling out. With those cloth holsters, you can run around and stuff, and if you hit something, that's how you can lose your marker, because you're running around and you're in the action, you're in the game, and then all of a sudden you drop it and you won't realize it. I think I dropped a couple firearms like that, where this has that safety, and then after a while it becomes second nature. You just hit the button and it slides right out with no issues, and then you can go have fun or whatever. So that is I would highly recommend. Definitely a good holster. Now this goes for pretty much any type of airsoft device that you use, whether you use a rifle, get a good sling, because you want to, like I said later, these things do get heavy after a while, and you want to be able to move around and stuff. So definitely get a good sling and a holster. Definitely don't. If you want to pay the money for the actual sidearm, definitely invest in a good holster. Universals are good, but just try to get one that's actually meant for it, so you won't have no issues.
So mad at all that. All right, sorry. I wanted to show you guys something specific, but so this is another green gas magazine. I wanted to show you guys how when I got this Sand Viper. This Sand Viper, I made sure I bought it. It could be CO2 or green gas, but I bought it with the CO2 magazines, and I looked at it, I'm like, how would I load it, right? Because just imagine this. I'm showing both cameras. Mm-hmm. Imagine this flat plate, but there's nothing there, but a little hole for a little tool on the bottom of it. So I'm like, how do I even put the CO2 in here? You really have a nice, like the little base plate was the same color as the pistol. It blended in with it, whatever. It looked good. So you want to have it on there. But in order to load the CO2, you had to take off that plate,
which becomes a hassle.
So then you're not. So after a while, you're like, yo, I'm not gonna keep loosening that pin to put the CO2 in there just to put the pin back in. Like, and once that CO2 is dead, you gotta change it out. What am I supposed to do with that? So I ended up I wanted to show you guys it, whatever, but you also need a tool, an Allen key, to tighten the CO2. So what I suggest, if you go look for a pistol and you're looking for CO2 and you go to a store, look to see how you load the CO2.
Yes.
Some pistols I've seen has a cutout in the back of the magazine.
Most notably, the 1911s all have like the cutout.
And you can just push the CO2 in there and tighten down here. That, I feel like, is the easiest way. I don't know why more people don't do it. But make sure that it's something that you can handle, especially if you're trying to quickly get into games.
Yeah. You want to make sure that it's something that you're familiar with. When we first transitioned from paintball to airsoft, one of the biggest things we had to get used to besides dealing with paint, because now, mind you, the paintball markers all have a big CO2 canister, was getting used to using CO2 and then figuring out what the hell green gas was. So you want to make sure you take that into consideration. Now, CO2s can be a little expensive, but you also get them like a whole bulk of them for like maybe $50. And one thing about CO2, as long as you don't puncture the actual CO2, you can use it indefinitely for, it stores good. Same thing with green gas. Unlike, other stuff. So that's one thing that's good about it. As well, now we're talking about, okay, now you got your markers and you got your holsters taken care of. Now you might want a vest or some type of protection. If you see back here, we have a basic starter vest. This is actually my daughter's vest. Now they come in all sizes depending on your body type. Somebody like me, I would not use this because it's too small, but you want something that is going to protect your chest area. Now don't get me wrong, you're going to get hit on the areas not covered. But one thing I like about this particular vest is it blocks your side right here, noticeably around your waist. Because this right here is the most sensitive part of your chest area, and I got lit up a couple of times in that area. That's the reason why any vest I get, I make sure I have good protection on that side.
Funny story. If he would have wore that when we went to this place upstate, he would have been super upset because that would have fit him like a crop top or something. So we were at a airsoft place upstate, indoor. What's it called? HVA. And they put us on separate teams. So I'm trying to be strategic, like, where are they? I try to go through this hallway. I just seen BB start flying past me. I'm like, oh snap! So I ducked, came back, and then I looked through this hole that was in this metal, like zinc wall, or whatever, and I see somebody walking by. So I said, okay, I just aimed into that and just started spraying with my pistol. I heard and I knew it was him because I knew his voice. Later on, he was like, yo, somebody shot me like right where the vest stopped, right on the bottom of my belly.
And I had those marks for a while.
Yeah.
So that's why I use a full vest, like all the way down, and I decided to use a battle belt. Because me using this wasn't really working for me. Like I said, when it comes to vests, you have to, it's good if you go somewhere where you could try them out and see, because you never exactly know which one fits you good or not good. So like, I know you use something completely different than what I use.
So when I first started, I was using like a SWAT vest that I got from a place called like tacticalgear.com or something like that. And it was cool, but it's very limited, right? You had the pouches here, but there was nothing up here. You couldn't do anything here. You really didn't have a lot of space to work with. The only thing I did like is it had on the back of the tactical vest, it had a compartment, like a zipper compartment. And when we played outdoors, I would freeze a bladder like halfway, and then put water in it on the day that we going, and then put it on my back. So when we're out there in the heat, I'm not feeling it as much as everybody else. Plus, I got cold water to drink as we play.
You got that from a member with Wolf Paintball? Remember he said that when we went to did that paintball game? Yeah.
Only problem is, as you're running around, the water in the hose gets hot. So that first sip after, That first sip is death.
I don't use a water bladder. I just use a regular canteen. It's just I don't know something when I think it's just the extra weight is kind of wasn't something I was really happy with. So I use a regular canteen.
Well, I stopped using that jacket, that tactical vest, and now I just use this chest rig.
Well, it's a 6-pouch chest rig.
I use this chest rig right here. Got good pouches. These pouches can actually hold probably 2 AR magazines.
So you got 2, 4, 6. You got a utility.
And usually I have like a pistol magazine holster or something. And right here is my favorite part. This is a big pocket.
Yeah, it's the pocket. It's the full length of the actual vest. That's actually a pocket.
So I usually have my phone in there, or maybe something I might need for like maybe tools. I'll have like the Allen key set just in case I gotta do something while I'm out there.
And if you put your phone in there, after you have your vest and stuff on there, you're actually protecting your vest and stuff. So your items like your phone and stuff. I had one too when I did it when I worked for paintball. The problem is, since I'm so tall, I can never find one to fit me properly. So what I end up doing is I went the battle belt route. So this is a novice battle belt. I'm big on novice stuff, as you can see. And this is, it's a little bit complicated. Pretty much it's a regular 6-point harness with the battle belt. So I keep all my stuff that I need on the battle belt. So you see right here, I got pistol mag holders that hold the mags. You can adjust them. One thing about these, you can put almost any mags in them and it will hold it and you can adjust it. So I can put, for instance, my SIG mags in it, holds it no problem. And I can make it looser or tighter depending on how I want to do it. And it's on my waist, so it's on my center of gravity. Now, yes, the black is probably throwing it off, but you know, it's too cheap to get another one.
Oh, speaking of the color, some people like to get like the military camo type, like what he has, the green or the digital or whatever.
Yeah.
That's your preference. I always had all black gear, right? My gear has always been all black. That chest rig plus black pants plus a black t-shirt. And that's just how I ran.
Yeah, like unless you're doing a Pacific Milsim and they ask for, okay, you gotta have this type of color. Even then, we'll talk about that with more Milsims and stuff because remember the whole Grimmill Tactical that came to color coordination. But yeah, so and I like it as well. Another important feature is a dump pouch. Now, a dump pouch pretty much is what it sounds like. You can dump your empty mags in it or your whatever else you have. And like when you're in the field and you're playing and they will say, okay, you're done, you can just take the empty mag, throw it in the dump pouch, and then you're good to go. And you don't have to worry about whether I lost it or try to fumble, try to put it back in. So a dump pouch is a must. This is the same dump pouch that I had, I think I had this for almost 10 plus years when we used for paintball. And this is really a really good dump pouch. And then I got my regular, when I could go out there with my M16, I carry 4. One in the actual marker and 3 on me. I don't use high caps. I never was a big fan of high caps. I always use mid caps because I feel like my high caps, that twirling thing was annoying. But anyway, I have yet to really play a game that I actually went through all my mags and had nothing left. Now, if I'm doing a milsim, I would have, yet again in my dump pouch, maybe extra BBs, or I would carry a utility pouch, which would be on the other side, and I would have extra BBs or whatever. I would put it probably in the Ziploc, or carry the speed loader for them. And yeah, so this is my bottle belt, plenty of room for expansion, and this thing's been tried and true for many games, and this is what I use now. Like I said, I'm a big novice fan, and I just like that battle belt.
Where you live?
YouTube.
Oh, that's why I couldn't find.
Yeah, it's on. And this might not be necessary if you first start playing Airsoft, but you're definitely gonna wanna get you some gloves later on. The reason why is because getting shot in the knuckles is not fun. And me and Kuka, both got shot in the knuckles plenty of times with paintball. Airsoft specifically, getting shot here is fun. So always, I would recommend these. These are Assault soft shell gloves. I do have hard shell gloves as well, mostly for I did a cosplay, but it's the same type of gloves you use for the same airsoft. These are soft because I don't want nothing really hard and stuff. And these are just as old ever since I started playing paintball. Pause. I had these for same amount of long, 10 years. These gloves are super old. You could tell they went through many battles. These are my tried and true. Like these are my favorite gloves. I always bring them out. I probably got to retire these soon because these are getting kind of warped and messed up from the cleaning over the years. But you do want to invest in getting some good gloves to protect your knuckles. You're getting shot with a BB in your nose is not fun. That's one thing. I don't know. Do you use gloves?
Not anymore. No. Yeah, I've dealt with the getting shot in my hand, my knuckles, my fingertips, stuff like that. But because I use pistols a lot, and then sometimes just getting the magazines out. When you have the gloves, sometimes it feels a little bulky, and they like trying to get it out of your vest or whatever gets blocked in the middle of the mix. Like I need to be able to go. Yeah, I need to be able to like quickly and just get to it. So I don't wear gloves anymore. Honestly, I do a lot of things that I don't do anymore. Before, I used to wear long sleeves. I used to wear like a sweater just in case I get hit. Just try to like take some of that pain away. Layers, whatever. When you first play, you don't know what to expect. You just
gear up. You don't want to like worry about what I get hit here and hit here. But after a while, you get used to. Once you get used to getting hit, it doesn't really bother you that much. Like I think once you get hit, like I think everybody when you first start playing airsoft, you play an indoor game, get hit. I tell everybody, go out there and get hit. Because once you lose that fear of getting hit, now you can go ham. And that's just how it is. I would say get hit. And then once you realize the pain and how it feels, now you're out there, now you're having fun. That also brings me to this point. So this is pretty much, I used to wear this. This used to be a covering. I used to cover like my face and stuff. When we first started playing, I didn't really have a lot of face covering. I just had the goggles, and then I used to put this on, looking like pretty much a YN, and I thought I was good. Now, this is good for sweat, only until it gets too sweaty. This I would say is not really good for actual playing. I would recommend that you actually get this. You don't really need this. If you sweat a lot, then I would say okay, but you really don't need this. This actually would make it difficult because now it's gonna be hard to breathe because you probably breathe through this. It's like I said, it's situational. You never use this. It's something I did. I have this bad habit when I get into something, I overbuy shit, and this is something that I paid way too much money for that I don't use anymore.
Yeah, I mean, we both take something serious. Like as soon as we started, we just go all in. But he gets like all the extra detail, this, that. I'm like a minimalist.
Yeah.
It's like, what do I need? All right, let me get this pistol. Let me get this. Let me get that little vest. Something I can run in. Oh, that's another thing. Footwear.
Yes.
Some people like boots. Boots are cool, but for me, unless I'm like in like a real outdoor terrain, like when we went to what was it, Cousins?
Liberty.
No. Liberty is outdoor terrain too, but they're shorter fields.
Yeah.
So like
Cousins, was the big
Cousins
open,
wide open.
Wide open, yeah.
Battle, whatever. For that, I wore boots, and the reason why is because one, you want the support.
Mm-hmm.
Two, you want
good ankle support because you can, while you're running and coming downhill, you can twist your ankle.
Yeah, you want good ankle support. You want something that you're not gonna feel everything that you step on, right? Something with like a good sturdy sole, because
yes,
you want something that's waterproof, right? Because you don't want to, and you're out there for the rest of the day with cold, right? Cold, wet feet.
Especially if you're doing millstones, you're out there on the field for hours,
days.
Days, and like your little break is not enough for your stuff to dry off. Like we was out there in the cold at night. It was freezing.
Yeah.
And, you know, luckily we kind of prepared for that. And we had the warmest spot. But, you know, you don't want to be out there and your feet freezes or your sock freezes because it's not going to really dry, you know, unless you do a fire, which a lot of places don't want that anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then for me, indoors or shorter outdoor fields, I rather sneakers. Like something with like a good sole on it too, because you're gonna be running on BBs. But I like to move. Like game start, I gotta be up on you already. Like I gotta be there, ready to shoot because um, we learned the hard way, falling back in paintball and
Yeah.
airsoft, and waiting for the enemy is not the best idea. We got stormed, we got destroyed one time. So
Yeah. And that's another thing what I always say. That's why I say, get shot, get used to the pain. Once you acknowledge it, then move on. Don't just, you know, oh, you don't worry about, don't get, especially if you're playing paintball. But paintball, so this a different pain level between paintball and airsoft. I gotta say, paintball is like more of a bruise, it's an impact. Yes, it hurts, but it's not like you. Once you get used to it, you're in the game.
it's like a pop.
Yeah,
Bang. And to me, airsoft is more like a sting, like a
like
like
a
a
knee.
pinch,
Yeah,
like a quick ping, like it hurt.
but you have to be careful too, because the paintballs won't penetrate skin, but BBs will.
But people used to cheat and do some foul stuff in paintball. Used to freeze paintballs and stuff like
Use
that.
marbles.
Use marbles. So there's you know.
Yeah,
ways.
it's pros or cons. And this is something else that I use, Kuka don't really use. This is called a shamar. Now, you probably see it in like Call of Duty and stuff like that.
I have a black and white one.
Yeah. I got this because getting shot in the neck sucks. I got shot in the neck multiple times, regardless of paintball and airsoft, and this is actually good protection. Also, it keeps you warm as well. You're doing outdoor games. It's thick enough, pause, to keep you warm, but it's light enough so you can breathe, and you can. It's multifunctional. You can have it around your neck. You can wear it on your head. If you want like the bandana, you could do so much with this. This was definitely worth the money. I think I paid maybe 20 to 15 bucks for this, and it's been in my freaking gear for years. And you take care of it, it take care of you. This is something that I highly recommend you do. Only if you really want to get serious into the sport and you want to try different items. If you just want to try it, this is not necessary. Just wear a high collared hoodie or something, and you're good to go.
Yeah. I wear t-shirts. I don't wear high collared nothing. I just whatever. Just not this is, but just black. So, I just recommend when it comes to your gear, right? I recommend thinking about a look you want to go for
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, you want to look good doing what you're doing.
And you want to look cool while you're doing it. I mean, we're playing, you know, war. You don't want to, you know, look too serious.
Yeah, like I've seen some people, their gear look fire. I'm like, oh snap! Like I didn't even think to do that. I didn't think this. Like there's people that go and play paintball and like looking like some kind of grim reaper,
Yeah.
or like some dude that'll chase you to a cornfield with a big hat and a long black coat.
Or people like want to be like, you know, futuristic and they'll
Yeah.
have like the cool thing, you know. If you go to a good milsim or a good theme event, you'll see some crazy. Like if you like going to Comic Con to see cosplay, you get people come there with their gear looks official, especially the futuristic gear. Some of them gear is actually, you know, functional.
Yeah.
And you be
That was gonna be my other thing. Figure out what you want to look like, right? If you have this cool idea of how you want to look, work on that, but make sure it's functional.
yeah.
You don't want the look to be like, oh, that was cool, but you can't get to your magazines.
You can't see.
Yeah, or
It's too hot and your lens fogs up.
it's just whatever thing you have is too tight to get the magazines out the pouch. Or when they place it, it's just wrong. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to be in a situation where you look great and you look stupid at the same time.
Exactly. And this brings me to this. So this is an SRU pretty much futuristic face helmet. Now it looks cool. I went for the whole like futuristic kind of mercenary look. A lot of people said, "Oh, every time I wear this, everybody said, oh, it looks cool." But besides it looking cool, it's actually really functional. So when I'm not in the game, this flips open, and then I can talk. I don't have to take it off. Some stuff you have to take off because it's so hot. This, you flip it open, you get a cool breeze from the front, and on the side, there's 2 turbo fans for when the mask is closed. It blows cool air across the visor so you don't get fog.
Not gonna lie, I kind of want one.
Like, this was a purchase that I did. I decided to spoil myself one day. And this thing had not yet to let me down. Like I said, I've played for hours. This thing never fogged on me once. Use low power fans, so you can put a battery pack on it. I had a solar battery pack, and I used to play for days. And then when I'm not in the game, I flip up and I just talk regular. Everybody can hear me. Then when it's time to go to work, visor comes down, and I'm ready to play. And this is something like Kuka said that is cool but functional. Not only does it look cool, but it actually works, and it's not something I can see my mags. I can talk, and people can hear me. I could do also some add-ons. I was going to add on stuff for the mic and stuff like that. But yeah, yeah. Thank you. SRU. I tell you, they still make these. They got 2 versions. They got 3 versions now. Actually, wow. So this is version 2. Version 1 is actually a full encased helmet, so everything looks the same. And then version 3 is the fast helmet, but it's like a clear visor, so the whole thing is clear. And these things are heavily impact rated. You can hit this with a paintball and it won't break. And they also sell different color lenses as well. That's what I like about this.
So I wanted to, every time I'm about to say something, he got the perfect segue for it. So this mask has been in my set since paintball. It was actually a gift. Shout out to Crystal for my birthday, and I've been using it ever since. First was paintball, and now it's Airsoft. So the reason why I said what he said about the lens color, that's very important too. When you get a mask, you want to make sure that the lens color is good for what you're using it for. So we were playing a lot of outdoors before because we was doing paintball. When we switched to Airsoft, I had to buy another mask. I bought like a cheap, what they call J5.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because
the one?
No, the regular J5 mask.
Oh.
The skeleton one was for that event.
Okay.
This right here is a tinted visor. So when you go into an indoor place and they have a dark setup, it's hard for you to see sometimes.
100%.
Right? So like I was going in there killing my eyes trying to find people. So I ended up getting another mask that had a clear visor. I could have bought the clear visor for this, but I said, no, let me just get another mask.
And when you're playing outdoors, having a tinted mask helps out so much.
It's beautiful.
Like, you're not killing your eyes. Like I said, the way this is kind of for both, so it kind of shades. It's not gonna be as perfect as his, but it gets enough lens protection, so like I'm not killing my eyes. But I also can see if I'm playing indoor as well. And you want to get something. Mask is very important. Now in Airsoft, people say, "Oh, you just gotta wear those little impact frames, like those safety glasses." I always tell people if they want to start, stay away from those.
If you're ugly, do whatever you want. If you don't care about your looks, or you're just like, you're like, I want to be ugly. I want to lose teeth. I want to whatever.
Mm-hmm. You wanna are you ever worried about the glare outdoors?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another reason why we use the tinted lenses.
Yeah, that's why I keep this one. Even though we play outdoors indoors more often.
Yeah.
I keep this because it's good with glare. Yeah, it's hard to see it from here, but it's a dark tint.
Yeah, and mine is like a light tint, but it's like a bright light tint, so it does block it, and then as well, it also helps me when I play indoors as well. So it's definitely something that you want to take into consideration when you're playing.
So wait, hold on. So yeah, if you want to maximize your ugly, then wear like just the goggles because you're gonna get hit in your face sometimes. Like,
Oh yeah.
you're not like I don't. It doesn't happen often. It happens more often when you play indoors. I feel like because the space is a little more
Yeah,
close.
it's close.
It's more cramped, and some people deliberately aim for where they know you're gonna feel it. They feel like it's a trophy to hit somebody.
And those will always be the people that bundle up like crazy. Like,
Yeah.
remember the dude that was wearing the stuff for like if you going like if you got like a bird or a hawk.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He looked like somebody that would chase you through a cornfield.
Yeah.
And then they wear so much that they can't even feel when they get hit. But
Oh, real quick, we are drinking Long Island iced teas, but I'm not going to give out what we're drinking only because we're not getting endorsed by them. But we are drinking pre-made homemade Long Island iced teas. It is drinks and airsoft, by the way.
yeah, so one time I did the goggle thing. I thought that was gonna be cool. Plus, I'm asthmatic, so I said, let me get one of those masks. It's a mesh, so I can get more air in. Wear the goggles. I was cooking, doing good. I startled a teammate, and the teammate quickly just jumped and shot, and the BB caught me right in my nose, right in between with the goggles and the little face mask thing.
No. But yeah, I remember that. I always known for shooting my own teammates, but that's why I would say the goggles look cool. Don't stay away from the goggles. Get a full mask. You'll thank us for it later. They have all these different type of goggles. Even the goggles with the fan in them say, "Oh, they fog. They fog."
Damn indeed.
Yeah,
Damn
they fog. So definitely, that's where the bulk of your money should go to is for a good face protection, or get the anti-glare spray. Now it's only going to work, but for so long. But if you're doing indoors, 9 to 10 is climate control, so you don't have to worry about it. But always use the proper, stuff.
Now you still fog up. But also like try not to do the glasses inside the
It's indoors, definitely
inside the mask. It's almost impossible to not get the fog inside. Like sometimes I wear contacts when I play airsoft, and sometimes I just go raw dog with no glasses, no contacts.
I don't have that problem. With my turbo fans.
Shut your ass. But yeah, you got to keep these things in mind too, because for me, I want to have my vision as clear as possible, but it's hard to wear glasses with those masks.
Exactly, it is. And since I show that, I'm gonna ask you a question. Are you a helmet guy or a no helmet guy?
I'm a no helmet guy, but I feel like did I just turn the lights on with my hand?
No, I think the yeah, it's on. I'm using
like a timer.
Yeah, a timer. It's just ain't no way that thing's there. There we go.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I thought I said boom. Let there not be light. I am not a helmet person, but for that mask that you have right there,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna become one.
You think you're gonna become one?
It's gonna be black though. Like I need black everything. Also, if you want to record your stuff, please believe these dusty ass people will shoot at your camera. I've seen it happen to so many people. And if you get a mask, make sure you look at how to what are your options for putting the camera, for mounting a camera on that mask, because sometimes these things, these aftermarket parts that they give you to put your camera on your mask, they don't stay on, they don't fit the actual camera.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're running, you're doing all this stuff, and you think you got footage, and when you go to check your camera's not there anymore.
Or you not getting no footage.
I mean, again, or it's poison, So, that's something else to think about. That's later on, or if you want to be like us and just jump straight into having everything you think you need, then yes, put a camera on your list. We tried a lot of the cheaper ones, and I'm not going to hold you. I didn't like any of them. I think the GoPro was the most decent one. There's better, more expensive ones.
Yeah, GoPro to me was the best one. We tried the Ghost,
Which are the Ghost. The Ghost is okay. The action cam was cool.
the Amazon special ones.
Yeah.
I mean, they did its job. Cause remember with the first game we played, we was using them.
Yeah, we were, but when you saw the quality on a better camera, you're like, oh, okay.
This is so we're shooting on a GoPro, and this is my old GoPro that I use. This is a GoPro Hero 8. Great footage, especially if you're doing outdoor. These are good. Now, if you do indoor, you gotta be a little more selective because these are not good with low light situations. One thing I gotta say, remember we was playing at Ricochet, their field is dark, so it was like hard to kind of see.
And they had a red light.
Yeah. So with editing, you can make it a little bit brighter. One thing about GoPros, they're meant for outdoors. So if you're outdoors, GoPro all day. When you're indoors, you might want to be a little selective, especially if it's really in the dark. Also, what you said about that, also you gotta worry about mounts to use. And like this, yes, I did, because my big ass feet. I don't know why every time we do one of these, I always have freaking technical difficulties. All right. This is a mount for a GoPro for the fast helmet. It slips on here, locks in, no issues. It's been a while since I used it.
And that's another reason why I am thinking of becoming a helmet person, because the mask, you have a lot of times you have to get the aftermarket piece to put the stuff on the mask. On these helmets, they have a slot specifically for mounting the cameras. Actually, this mask, it came with the, like, you could mount on the side if you take out the emblem that was there and put it there. But the issue was, at first I was using this Ghost camera and it mounted here. If I would have mounted like the GoPro back then I could have put it here. But honestly, like I was telling him, when you have the camera on the side, people aim for it.
Yeah, there are some people that are dicks that purposely aim for your cameras just to be assholes. I mean, there's assholes everywhere. So if you do get a GoPro, when you have a GoPro, don't worry about them. You can't worry about your things being destroyed. That's why you want to use action cam because of that. And usually sometimes they send lenses and stuff like that, trying to protect them. You want to also take that into consideration. I wouldn't recommend buying a $5,000 or $1,000 camera and you go out there, somebody shoot it. Now you got to put hands on them. I would say if you really want to get into it and you want to start recording your footage, pay $50, $60 for a regular action cam. Use it, works great. You come with a watch where you can turn it on and off and you get display. Mounting is very important. Like I said, this is a GoPro mount. Now this mount, you got to be careful because it will rattle and then all you hear is just rattling on your head and then it'll pick up in the audio. So the quick way to solve that is I'll put this foam in the back. So now when it's on there, that's why I had problems trying to clip it on there originally. Once it's on there, right? If I get this in here. Once it's on there, I think I'm doing something wrong. Oh, I have it backwards. Once it's on there and locks in, it doesn't rattle. I learned that actually the hard way. We did a game of Ricochet and it was just rattling like crazy. And all it did was pick up no audio. So you do want to, all of it is like trial and error pretty much. Yeah. But that's later on if you want to get into it. Like you see, this helmet also has the extra mount as well. When I did have an action cam, I had the Ghost as well. I was like a cameraman. Like I said, I always do it. I was like a cameraman and I was rocking freaking cameras galore. And as well, this is my original helmet. See, I'm rocking Novich. I'm still repping Novich. And remember that MagFed Society we went to years ago? I still got their patch. That's actually pretty cool.
I forgot about that.
Patches are important.
I don't have any patches. The only patch I have is a patch that says Hookah.
The Final Metals one we had.
And the Final Measures, I don't really wear patches. I don't really talk to people to get patches too. You know, some people just like give you a patch or a store.
They're just dope patches at you. Like when we did I got a wall of foam patches. Most people just do at me. You know, it wasn't like something crazy, but
I did get some fire patches. I got like a Rick and Morty patch.
yeah, the Rick and Morty, the rare, the limited edition one,
Yeah.
the Combat Morty patch. But yeah, it's a cool sport. It's very fun to get into. It does have up and down, but it is a paywall. It's cheaper than air paintball. I'm telling you that right now. It's way cheaper than paintball.
Oh, tracer units. So I have one on here. On pistol.
This is another one.
I didn't bring any of my rifles. I have my ARP9 here too. But tracer units are very important, especially when you're playing indoors. Yes, it feels like it gives away your position when you're shooting because people can see the green coming from somewhere or red. Like there's red on.
There's red. There's different colors. Yeah.
But people can't lie. They can try to. But now you see this BB fly from your gun to this person and bounce off of them. If you have a camera, you see it the whole time. Some people, it could ping off of their mask and they will still lie and say that you didn't hit them.
Exactly. This is something if you really want to get into it, definitely works. Especially if you want to get a camera, get a tracer unit. Because now, if they ever comes to the point where like, oh, you didn't hit me, not only do you have the camera, now they can see the actual BB
clearly
hitting them. You don't know how many times this actually prevented us from freaking having a fit. Now, don't get me wrong, you're going to have some people that are still going to say they're not hit, when clearly you see them getting hit, but it gives you peace of mind knowing that, okay, well, they're lying anyway, so fuck it. They got tons of tracer units. He has one for a pistol. This is the one for my Vector. My DMR actually has a tracer unit built into it, so it comes out with it straight up. And that was something I had extra. That's really cool. You can get a rifle with a tracer unit already built in.
I have a tracer unit that flashes when you shoot, so it looks like muzzle fire. Is it necessary? No. Does it look cool?
Yes. And this is the whole thing. Like, this is the thing that I always say. We're playing war. We're just big ass kids playing war like we did back in the day. Some people go extra hard, take the fun out of it. Some of these people actually think they're really in the military, whether good, they're well, and not. And we dealt with that so many times for the Airsoft event or whatever. And it's just like, we're having fun. So you want to have fun when you do this. If you want to go, remember, we're playing with toy weapons. We're playing with toy gear. That's another thing. Night vision. Remember when...
Before you said it, just to reiterate what you said, you want to have fun. We're not the young little kids that go to play airsoft. Their parents take them, right? We have jobs, careers, families, responsibilities. So when we play this, we're not trying to get into this and act like it's another job.
Exactly.
We're trying to go have a good time, talk crap with our boys, or girls, because we go with mixed groups, right? Mm-hmm. We go to the diner after and we chop it up like, yo, I shot you. You didn't call that.
We go to have fun and talk trash to each other at the end of the day. We're not going to get stressed out.
It's supposed to be fun.
Exactly.
It's supposed to be something to take, take off all the stress from the week or whatever. Mm-hmm. So keep that in mind when you're going. Keep that in mind if you decide to roll with a certain group, a team, or whatever. They have to understand if you want that milsim life, then you're gonna go for that milsim life.
Exactly.
But if you want that laid back, chill, I play when I can get a chance to because I'm a working parent, whatever, then that's if they don't understand that, then roll solo.
Exactly. You always got to be careful about what group. So this goes with the whole thing with gear as well. If the people you associate with can make or break this sport, make it fun or not fun. We roll with a whole bunch of groups back in the day. We roll with just our group back in the day, and even I think with our group, we didn't really have a lot of issues. It's mostly just life took over, and even when we wasn't really like around each other that much, we didn't really have no really issues. Like we're going out, we out. Where we bring somebody, we did to have fun. But then you get in certain groups where it's just like certain people would take all the fun out of it. Certain people make it be like, yo, it's supposed to be fun. It's not like a job. We're not going to make millions of dollars off of this. This is us just having fun.
Oh, we gotta have training. How you training me when I shoot better than you?
And then also,
how that work?
Who's taking like? I'm not like the whole trading thing.
What you mean?
So I know I know people whoever going to see this is probably going to be upset what I'm about to
Don't
say.
even talk about it.
I really could care less.
Leave
But
it alone.
at the end of the day, I am not, and I say this on both the live and I say this on film. I am not taking time off to do airsoft training. I have 3 kids and a wife and a mortgage. You have mortgage.
I have a mortgage. I have bills. I got a career.
Exactly.
I got things that I'm doing. Like, I'm a very popular guy too. Like
he has a whole bunch of ladies he has to entertain.
whoa, easy. What's wrong with this guy?
Sorry, female friends.
No, chill, relax.
Anyway, so you get certain people that will take the fun out of this. It's also the same with paintball. Anything. I'm gonna put this with anything. Like I do retro gaming. Also, I have another channel, Frumbles Retro Hunter. I do video games. Kuka, Sancho the Goat. He goes on cruises. He also is, a firearms instructor. Does all this stuff as well.
Plus, I do poetry and I write music.
Exactly.
I like your boy.
And there's also people that would take the fun out of that. Some people would be like, "Oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that." It's like, hobbies are meant to be fun. Hobbies are meant for you to enjoy, laugh, have fun, and enjoy yourself. And once the hobby becomes stressful, it's not fun no more. The people out there that like working on cars, same thing. It's stressful to a certain degree, but it's like, it's your stress. You have fun to take your mind off the world. Same with airsoft. Airsoft is a little bit more because you got a lot of kids doing airsoft. You got a lot of grown adults that think airsoft is like military, and they'll just take the fun out of it. So just be careful who you roll with when you do this. Because this can make you decide, you know what, I'm done with this sport because it's too much. Like the people are too toxic. I'm stressing myself out for no reason, especially if you do mil sims. Mil sims can be a pain in the fucking ass, and they'll give you a long list. Remember that list we got of all the shit we needed to have for freaking that event? They gave us a long shopping list of lists, and we didn't use half that shit.
Yeah, that right there pissed me off. Because, not just because we didn't need it. Don't tell me what to get. Like, you don't know what type of gear I have, how I run my stuff. Like, let's not force anyone to do things the way you want them to do it.
Especially, they didn't even honor the certain things that we were doing anyway.
Yeah, they wanted you to bring stuff. I'm so glad we didn't bring half of that stuff. Mm-hmm. Because when we got there, none of it was necessary.
Like, I'm going to go back on the subject of night vision. Google remembers the amount of bullshit I got. So I brought these. I don't have them no more. I sold them. I sold them one that I actually did the whole build for. Shout out to Airsoft Spartacus. He's going to be on a guest host on one of these episodes so we can link back up. He was on season 1, and I'm bringing him back to season 2, and even I got to kidnap his ass. But yeah.
A little violent.
Yeah, listen, so you got to do what you got to do, right? Airsoft Spartacus, if you watch this, your ass is coming on this back on here. I don't care if I got to kidnap you. You're coming back as a guest host. And the first host for the first season is coming back as well as a guest host as well. We probably have to make this bar like more wider because it's going to be a lot of people here. But anyway, back to the point what I was going to say, right? I took the Call of Duty 2000. So Call of Duty Modern Warfare came out in the early 2000s. They came out with their own night vision, using the lights. I forgot what it called. The lasers, the AR lights, IR lights, whatever, right? Then, when they re-released Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, they re-released the night vision goggles to make them more like realistic, like how they were actually used. I took that pair, converted it, and was able to use it on my fast helmet. There's a video on this channel that shows you how I did it. It actually shows you the goggles and how it looks. It's actually a full video. It's actually the most popular video on this channel. And I used it. It worked great. I can see in the dark. Now, that being said, I was going to do a mil sim. I was going to bring it. Motherfuckers were like, oh, they're going to see the light. This on the third. Just get real night vision goggles. Real night vision goggles, even the cheapest ones, are in the thousands. At the time, I was trying to buy a house and I was getting married. I couldn't tell my fiance I dropped $1,500 on night vision goggles for one game.
I don't give a shit if you wasn't doing all that. I'm not spending $1,500 for something just for something fake. Now, if I was going out there, let's say they announced the purge is going to be happening, then yeah, I'm gonna go rush and get my $1,500 goggles because I'm shutting all the lights off if you come to my house, and I'm just gonna kill you in the dark. But come on now, come on, 1,500 to do airsoft for one event, because who knows when's the next one's gonna be.
Exactly, and I paid less than $100 for the goggles, and I converted it for less than $100 some dollars. So I was only in it for $150, and it was good. And guess what? I showed up to the game, and not one person had any type of night vision goggles. They didn't have no night vision goggles. They didn't have nothing. And that's the thing. Of course, I left them at home because everybody made a big deal about it. And then we ended up getting lost in the woods. But that's a whole other
And
story.
somebody was shooting at us in the dark, meaning they had what? Night vision goggles. They probably had the same Call of Duty shit that he had.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. There was the dude from the others, yeah, because we got there late, and then our squad left. We were setting up camp. We had the coolest spot out of everybody. Everybody was going hard doing this. We had the whole spot. We had 2 tents. We had a tarp out. Yo, we had a freaking. We used to keep the thing with water that was keep boiling water to make the area a decent temperature, and we would chill it.
He want to do MREs and shit.
Yeah, I did MREs, and he's in there eating like.
I made bad sandwiches before we had sandwiches. He's like, do the MRE. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
He's popping. I mean, those MREs look good, but
them sandwiches were better.
Yeah, those ain't messed up my stomach.
Yo, the last day he was like, yo, you gotta go to the sandwiches.
Yo, eating MREs for $2. I don't know why I listened to them. Oh, get MREs, get MRE. Yo, I brought like MRE for every single meal. So it was 2 days. So I brought 6 MREs, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And oh man, that shit was nasty.
Do what you want if you want the full experience. I don't care for that shit. So I made sandwiches. Me and my brother sitting there eating sandwiches while he's eating the MREs. He's like, "Oh, this is actually good." I said, "Yeah, look like it."
One day though, they used my little stove for the tea and shit that I had. That's the only thing I had that was good though. But between that, the tents, we were good. There was people there setting up this crazy, all this stuff tent. And guess what? They were cold.
Yeah.
There were the dudes that were sitting there. They dug a ditch and everything. They were freezing.
That dude was cool though. Is that one guy that just slept on the tree?
We didn't even know.
Yo.
Oh, I wish I remember his name. Yo, this one dude that showed up, right? He was in we had our own area in the back. We had our own little private area, so we back there setting up. This one guy was chilling in the tree right across from us. And we didn't know to the last day that he didn't have no tent, no nothing, and he was pissed. He was like, they told me to bring nothing, because they also said bring light gear because we're going to be moving to different bases, which we didn't. And he was just chilling. He had no tent, no tarp, no nothing.
He slept with his back against the tree, just arms folded, a jacket over him, like, yo.
With a gun, and sitting on his gun bag.
Gangster, bro.
Yo, at the end of the day, we was like, yo, we would have known that. Yo, we was like, yo, he was like MVP. And he said, yo, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'll just be out here. It is what it is. And he was out there just chilling. And, yeah. Also, be careful when you go to certain mill sims. Sometimes the people will tell you you need extra stuff that you don't. I suggest when you go to mill sim. This also brings up backpacks. This is a backpack I got for free. This is a military surplus backpack. It's all you need. Carries everything you need, and that's it. This was my grandfather's. Look right here.
Your granddaddy.
Don't say his last name. The name is on there.
I can't see nothing, bro.
Yeah, he was staff sergeant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I got this for free, and it holds everything. I got the pouches in the front.
Yo, granddaddy.
And
yo, granddaddy.
Another thing here, definitely is worth getting a speed loader. This is a speed loader for like any type of airsoft, like a M16. This is another one that's better, the one that reels up.
Oh, yeah.
That's way better than this. But this is a good one. And the good thing about this, it has the adapter if you want to use it for like a pistol.
Oh, yeah. The speed loaders are good to have. Now, mind you, sometimes you get them for free when you buy certain stuff.
Yep.
Please keep them. Don't think like, oh, I already have a speed loader. You never know. Them toys go missing for some reason.
They're always, or this happened to me. You lend somebody it to use it, and then they walk off, and then you like, oh, you don't forget about it, and they walked off with it.
Yep. So always keep those. And also sometimes you got a lot of stuff on you. Sometimes they get lost in the sauce, and you have it. I also, that pouch I showed y'all on my rig, I put my speed loaders in there sometimes too. So if I'm on the field and I still have air, I still got gas, I still got whatever, I just take that out and get back to it.
One thing about speed loaders, though, I have to admit, if you're going to go out there and you want to be sneaky, with this particular speed loader, you can't be sneaky.
Yeah. Okay.
One thing about it, though, it looks like a regular mag for like a AR or whatever, so you can fit it in your pouch. But this makes a lot of noise. Now, me and him both have special speed loaders that have padding inside that you don't hear nothing. So like that to me is the better speed loader.
Yeah. Those speed loaders are definitely loud and obnoxious.
Oh yeah. Then it goes to next thing we want to talk about is optics. So when it comes to optics, you don't need to go crazy or go real steel optics because you don't have to worry about the ricochet. This is a UTG red dot optic. Now, I'm not going to be sniping with this. It's just meant for me to have a better format. Oh shit, the battery is still good in this. A better format for when you're aiming. But if you do get an optic, remember you have to zero it in. And I recommend you zero in. Don't zero in zero in the day of the game or the milsim. Because you can zero this in now, but then guess what? During the course of the days, hours, or months, or this the car ride to the milsim would unzero this. And once the thing gets unzeroed, you're back at square one. So zero at the game. And like I said, just be careful because there are dickheads that would aim this for the optic just because.
Oh, that too, yeah. I had optics before I left, came back and realized the damn glass in the front was cracked.
So, yeah. And pretty much, yes, there's plenty of optics. I do run a sling. This is a 1-point sling, pretty much. I don't know if Kuka runs a sling. I think
I run a sling too. It depends on what I'm using. I run a sling too because like I mostly run pistols. So when I'm using anything other than the pistol, sometimes it feels a little weird. Other than the ARP-9, because the ARP-9 is a small. It's basically a machine pistol.
Yeah.
But it's SMG, so I normally run that. But if I run like an M4, I have the sling on it, so I can just throw that behind me and get my pistol out real quick, depending on the situation.
And you're ready to go.
Yeah. So think about slings. So all right, just to be more. Actually, you can cut this up too, so that it goes well with whatever we're doing. But number one is your look and functionality, right? You want to know about what you look like. You want to know that, you look how you want to look when you do airsoft or whatever. Number two, make sure what you get is right for the environment that you're going to be playing in.
Exactly. If you're going to be outdoors, try to go CO2. You're going to be indoors, try to go green gas. Only because green gas is a lot more easier, it's a lot more cheaper, and you don't have to worry about the different temperature fluctuations.
And there's some green gas blowback rifles. Keep that in mind too. They're good if it's nice temperature outside. But if it's cold, it looks cool because everything moves like. If it's cold, it's gonna sputter. And
Yeah.
Pissed. Number three, face protection.
That should be number one.
It should be number one, but I would say number three because number one is looks. You know what I mean?
You want to go look, but like somebody get blasted. Remember when freaking thing used to hit me in the freaking with the grenade launcher?
Yeah.
Shout out to Tristan, by the way.
You gotta look good though when you're doing it. You feel me?
Real quick, Tristan Airsoft was one of the guest hosts of season 1. He's a really big airsofter. He was an e-bike. He was actually at SHOT Show 2026. Shout out to him. He was actually on season 1. If you go look on season 1, you'll see him there. And it was actually he's actually on location that particular episode. Then that was the last episode of season 1.
Yeah. Like I said, the one is looks. Right? You gotta look good doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? They didn't. Keanu Reeves didn't go do all that training and practice and all that stuff to look corny when he run around as John Wick.
Can you tell that he loves Keanu Reeves? Let's just look real quick. We got the Combat Master, we got the Sand Viper, and we got the Pit Viper. Pretty much we got John Wick 2, 3, and like you got like all the John Wicks here, like literally like.
I mean, you can say it's Terran Tactical because Terran Tactical is the one that made those.
Candy came out with their own kind of Terran Tactical.
Terran Tactical has a Candy TTI. The gold one was the first one. Like the gold, well, it's like kind of like this color, a little more goldish.
I was thinking about getting it, but it's like $900.
Because it's Terran Tactical. I was gonna get it as well, but then I was like, I want a hammer fire. That's another story.
Yeah, that's we're going.
So matter of fact, I might do it live with this guy because I want to on my channel.
Yeah.
Because I want to talk about firearms, whatever. So I don't know. We'll see. Stay tuned.
We'll probably I'll probably be on his channel. We'll talk about real steel items. I have a few real steel. He's way more into real steel than I am, and we can shop it up like that. We go to the range a lot. He's a lot better shot than me. I hate to admit, and he has he rocks with pistols. I rock with one pistol and one shotgun. He rocks with pistols. But yeah, it actually would be a good time.
I have a shotgun as well. My shotgun.
Not cool. My shotgun though.
My shotgun is anytime I take that shotgun out, people that work at them pistol range, them gun ranges come over like, yo, what's that? I swear, watch. I'm gonna bring it next time and see what happens.
I'm bringing it, but I'm not shooting. That thing was dislocated. My shoulder was sore for weeks.
I'm telling you, I went with Taz. Taz was like, yo, what's so special about that shotgun? Brought that shotgun out. Everybody that worked at the range was like, yo, let me see that.
By the way, we use nicknames. Everybody we know got nicknames. We never really use our real name. It's rare that we use our real name. We're not doing something social, pretty like this. So he said Taz. Yeah, like Taz, Kuka. My nickname was Blue Eyed White Dragon for a while, which I can't explain it on here. But yeah. But yeah, like you gotta see freaking Angel's freaking and I just found out that's not his real name either. Angel's his Grant. That thing shoots freaking nice, and his semi-auto shotgun.
I was supposed to go tomorrow with Jay to go shoot the deagle.
If you go tomorrow, let me know.
I don't know because this weather's supposed to be bad, so I don't know.
I think it's just going to be ice. I don't think it's going to snow. Well, let me know.
But it depends on the time. If it's early and you want to go early.
Yeah. If he wants to go, let me know. I'm down. Because I clean my shit. I'm ready to go out.
I got to clean mine when I get home.
Yeah. But, yeah. So, stay tuned for Kuka. He's going to do his own YouTube channel. He already has a TikTok, Sancho the Goat. And he's a cruiser. And you're not going to see too much firearms on TikTok because of how TikTok is. His cruises you're going to see. So let's look tuned on that. Real quick, this whole Rap Bastard Airsoft is actually years old. Like, oh man, I don't know how old this damn thing is. He's over 10 years old. And he's actually one of the founding members of this channel, of the whole name Rap Bastard. He actually is the one that designed the mascot for this channel. So me saying that is like, this is like a channel that yeah, I made up years ago that we just do certain things, but this is like the branch off of many things. Like I have another channel, Fumbles Retro Hunter. My name is Fumbles. Um, how did I even get that nickname?
Yo, I can tell you exactly how you got it. We were at an outdoor field. He had all his gear on. Remember, he buy the most, right? He can't just do like the regular this, regular that. No, he does the most, right? So boom, we on the field. We brought a bunch of random people with us, bunch of first timers,
Yeah.
and we get into a shootout with the other people, right? Other group shootout, going crazy, right? Remember, this was paintball too. It wasn't even airsoft.
That was painful.
Right? And then he goes and your baby mom was there.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, get back. He told his baby moms, get back. Right? Real action star, like, right? Get back.
Yeah.
And then he tried to give him a cover fire. He had this paintball pistol.
That never worked.
And the paintball pistol fell.
Okay, real quick, that paintball pistol I brought, right? So when we was buying our gear, right, we were trying to find a good pistol. I yet again swore Tipman TPIX is the best pistol ever. He went and brought Tiberius that came first strike ready. Never had no issues with it. Every game I had an issue with this damn pistol. For it not shooting, for it not working. I had to get it repaired multiple times. Like I just go like it's just like same thing with this Novritsch. Where is it? Don't be wrong, this is a great Novritsch marker. I still swear by this. This is great. I did so much work to this. This never failed me, but the amount of money I paid for this, I could have got this. This is the Terran Tactical Combat Master. His already has the cutout slides, already came with came already set up. I modded this. I added the cutout slides. I added the flare mag well. I added the short stroke kick. So now it doesn't like it literally goes back like this and back. I added that. This came with it for the same price. Anyway, continue.
So he dropped his pistol, right? And he went to go get it and ended up falling backwards. Because he was getting shot at. He was trying to get it real quick and turn around, and he fell backwards. And he picks up the pistol, but now y'all can't even see. Hold on. Now he's shimmying on the floor, right? Trying to get to the pistol.
I slipped.
He tried to shoot back, trying not to get shot, and his pants ripped.
Yep.
And so his pants ripped. He's over the floor like this, shimmying backwards. His baby mom was just trying to give him cover fire.
Oh man.
We finished shooting the people on the side, so we started coming the other way to help him out. And when it was over, we looked at him like, damn, bro. All that fumbling for what? And that's how he got the name Fumble.
Yeah, and it's funny. So the name, when I was saying, okay, that's be a good nickname, because my nickname I felt like never worked. Everybody said the name fit me. And then Robot Chicken just happened to come out with that episode about fumbles for G.I. Joe. And it just fit. So ever since then, literally, that name actually stuck with me, and people actually call me that to this day, actually. That's why my channel is called Fumbles Retro Hunter. And, yeah, that was, I always do the most. If you go to my other channel, you'll see the room. I do the most, but it's the type of personality I have. I go all in. Same with Kuka. He goes all in. He went all into real steel. He got way more real steel stuff than I do. I bought one pistol and one shotgun, and I was like, okay, I'm good for right now. This motherfucker, you think this guy was John Wick? Like, he got mags, he got this, he got the speed loader, he got the targets with the splatter, which is actually really cool, I'm not gonna lie. One thing I like about Airsoft, now you may not get the actual kickback of a real pistol, but it does give you the training to use a real steel pistol. There was the Japanese Airsoft champion. He actually came over here and actually transferred to using real steel. Experts, like military guys, all said that he was easy for him to transition from Airsoft to real steel. He just had to get used to kickback. Once he got used to the kickback, he was shooting with the top of the top. And that's one thing a lot of people do, especially if you get something like this. The SIG is actually made by SIG. So it's 1-to-1 weight, 1-to-1 breakdown. A lot of these things break down the same way that they will break down like literally.
Yeah.
Like I can literally, it's been a while since I broke this one down, but break down, same moving parts, same everything. Breaks down just the same.
Yeah, like the Canic. We both have Canics. We got different ones though.
Yeah.
The real steel Canic breaks down like the regular, like the airsoft Canics. They take the down out, boom, make sure you pull it forward a little bit, boom. It break down the same way, and you clean the parts the same way you clean the parts, and then you just put it back together.
Yeah, and it's really like we should do like a test, get our pistols together and see how fast we can break it down. Like I haven't
breaking down ain't the problem.
Putting it back together is the problem. Yeah, this one, damn, I'm freaking novice. I haven't really broke this one down in such a long time, and I noticed it. One thing about novice pistols is good, but it has a lot of. If you get the stroke kit, there's a lot of rubber washers in here, and that is like.
I forgot. That's why. This one, you have to push that joint. Look. So this one, you have to put it all the way, put the slide all the way to the front of that and bring it all the way back. I'm like, yo, why is this joint like acting out? Because you have to guide it from the front of the pistol. And then
one thing is that only really goes for pistols. It only goes so much with like the electric ones. Like this is my Vector, and you don't really break it down.
I want a Vector bad.
Yo, I got the shout out to Tristan. The price he gave me this for was a price I couldn't give up, and this is the Crisis Vector. This is still so. Even though this thing is old, this is still the best.
People keep joining, but they don't say nothing.
I know. Like, yo, if you only ever want to talk this holler, that's why we record live and we do live and record.
Got a good amount of people join earlier. And
yes.
They ain't say nothing. Like, what we doing? What are you doing?
So, to bring this back to whole, there's a lot of things that you can do. You want to feel. Oh, you want to find a good. You want to find a good airsoft shop. You want to find a good airsoft shop and a good airsoft repair shop. Something that can work with you, that's not expensive. You get some. I remember we had an issue with. I don't want to say the name because they actually had an issue earlier last year, but I had a couple issues with them repairing one of my markers. I had a Echo One DMR, and Kuku knows how much money I pumped into that damn thing, and that thing's. I pumped $300 into a free marker, and it failed. So it failed. Then when I finally got to shoot right, I haven't used it. I sent it out to Echo One. I shipped it from New York to California, then paid them $300 to fix it, to get it back, and never used it since win one. And then the day I did use it, that's the time we all met up to use it. It was too heavy. I remember I left it in the window, or Pat thought I was still there.
We all do it.
Yeah.
Seeing the gun stick out the window. I was like, yo, watch it. And he was not in there.
Yeah, that thing was too heavy. Also, if you do a mil sim and they have different roles, take into account your body style, your fitness style, or what role do you want to pick.
Your fitness level.
Your fitness level, yes.
Wow.
Nah, I think it just stopped. Real good. I'm gonna have to exchange that battery soon. But yeah, we probably gonna bring the clothes on there soon. But yeah, fitness level. This is also a good way to get out there, get work out and stuff like that. And it's actually a really good to exercise too as well. And it's good to go around. You can shoot your friends, and not go to jail. For the most part, anyway.
I know he introduced me to paintball and airsoft. Well, he was showing me videos. Yo, we should do this. I know he did it because one day he's like, yo, I'm gonna get to shoot him. I know that's why.
No, I did it because I have this thing when I try something new, and Hidden Hedgehog introduced us to paintball.
That guy's nice.
Yes. Then what's it? Airsoft Mustang. I forgot his name. A Mustang introduced us to airsoft. How realistic the weapons are, because we was getting burnt out from airsoft. We paid paintball.
Hidden Hedgehog was Airsoft.
Hidden Hedgehog was only paintball. He did airsoft, but he never did no videos on it. He retired and don't do videos, but he was just now he does like shoots for airsoft, but he originally was paintball only.
Gotcha.
We did first strikes. Paid all his money for first strikes. Did all this other stuff. First strikes are expensive. For one first strike is actually is $100 for 100 first strike. No, it's $50 for 50 first strikes. Yeah, $100, $50. Anyway, it's a lot of money. It's $50 for 100 first strikes or some shit like that. It's like $1 first strike. They never made them cheaper. To this day, they're still not cheaper. And if you have a mag-fed marker, you're not using it to its full ability unless you have a first strike.
What's up, Jessica?
That's just all it is. Bonjour, I'm just saying
we're
something.
Still outside.
Yeah. Yeah, we outside.
I don't know. I just love testing my shooting prowess.
He loves showing off and showing that he's a shooter. That's what that is. He loves showing off that he's a shooter.
It's a lot of practice.
So
practice makes perfect.
when we do these podcasts, we try to do 2 in one day. We may hopefully you can shoot another one. We're gonna shoot the Fumbles Retro podcast. Where we talk about retro games. And this guy, I remember the time when we didn't see each other for like a couple years because everybody separated. We was at our friend's house. We was at Nisbo's, and then we was playing Dead or Alive.
Oh yeah.
And this is the first time I saw this guy in like 3 years, and he beat me in every game of Dead or Alive. He just likes to show like, yo, I got skills in this.
That's not true, and I don't cheese.
No, you don't. No, one thing I meant when we do anything we do, he don't cheese. Except for that airsoft day I remember that airsoft day when you shot me on the side and you was laughing. You wasn't. No, remember we went for Jane's birthday.
Yeah.
And that day, we was going through our situation and you shot me on this. I got shot. And you started laughing.
Yeah. If it's funny, it's funny.
No, it was all funny games except for the spot. That spot pissed everybody off because it was just like they wasn't calling their hits. I had my own dislike towards HVA. I made plenty of videos about how much I dislike HVA. I got plenty of hate because I dislike HVA. I don't give a fuck. The HVA airsoft sucks. If you're not a regular, you're gonna have not to really enjoy yourself.
Yeah, people were not calling their hits. The refs were not regulating. So it was like,
Like, even when they noticed people wasn't calling their hits, they didn't do nothing. They have people up high on scaffoldings with sniper rifles. So if you're like, yo, ref, this guy's not calling his hits, they'll shoot the guy to see if he calls his hits, and then they're supposed to call him out on it. They never did.
That happens in multiple places. We went to another place before. I don't remember the name. I don't know if you want to mention it because like they opened up a new location.
Oh yeah. I want to try that new location too.
So I don't want to badmouth them because maybe they changed it up. But we went there a few times before and people were not calling it and the rest were cool with people. So
one thing I gotta admit though, ever since they opened a new location, that's like the new it spot. Before it was like the spot we normally went to.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say their name because they always looked out for us. They always was like, they looked out for us. So they're always gonna have our respect. So I'm never gonna, badmouth them. But this new spot, it seems to be them. And I do want to go there and check it out. That's actually the spot he's talking about is actually the first spot. The first airsoft video on this channel was with me and him at that spot. And that's the first time. And guess what? He's using pistols.
What's up, Crystal? Shouted you out earlier, but you wasn't here.
Oh, yeah. What's up? He did. He shouted you out with the... he still got that mask you brought many years ago. You see? He still got it. So, yeah. The first video was, I remember we was on at that spot. And that's where we were using pistols. I was using the P90. I was wearing that stupid crop top freaking vest.
I'm good. He had, I guess.
I'm decent. I'm decent. But yeah. Guys who are watching, everybody please follow us on our other social medias. Sancho the Goat on TikTok. hopefully he'll be on YouTube soon.
I'm making YouTube today. I'm making YouTube today for Sancho the GOAT, so look out for that. You already know me.
Yeah. My socials, Fumbles Retro Hunter. A lot of people knows me as Fumbles. I'm real big in the retro scene. That's what I do. You can follow me on TikTok. Actually, I think right after this, we're gonna do the retro podcast for TikTok.
Sure, whatever.
All right, so
here, cause...
yeah, so when our lives are shut up, we're so busy with our day-to-day lives. When we finally link up to do a podcast, we try to do as much podcast as possible. So to get all of it out the way. And we do a live and we record at the same time. That is the best way. Everybody gets involved. Everybody can be a part of it. So
Crystal, you off? No work today, or you already went?
I hope you're doing well, Crystal. It's been a while.
We were talking about when we went to VA to play baseball last time.
Yeah, I remember that. You used
the rest that was another
one. All right, so I'm gonna open up.
Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna open another one. When I'm not going to tell you what these names are, just know we're doing a pre-mix.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. It's called Drinks and Airsoft for a reason, because we drink and we talk about airsoft. No, Miles, we talking the name of this.
Yeah, where he at? He needs to be here.
Yo, so you know, Cypher is the first host of Drinks and Airsoft. Trying to get him to come back on. Kuka, what are you drinking? We're drinking pre-made Long Island iced teas. I can't say the name because we're not getting paid by them.
Yeah, well, they decide to start paying.
All I can say is it has water in the name.
I wouldn't even say that much.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole Drink to Airsoft started when me and Cypher were talking about airsoft stories, and all of a sudden I was like, yo, I gotta record this, because he's actually on the Airsoft Pro League. So there's an Airsoft Pro League that finally released the footage, and he's on the Pro League. He's on the Pro League. Tristan's on the Pro League, and they finally do it. And both of those people was on an episode of Drinks and Airsoft. And that's how Drinks Airsoft got started. The second season got started because Cypher was super busy. Well, I mean, it seems so good.
Rip it. I'll put it down.
No, just leave it there.
Right?
Yeah, just leave it right there.
Rip it.
Okay. And that's gonna stay in the thing actually. So the whole premise behind the whole Drinks and Airsoft is us shooting the breeze, talking. The first season, like I said, was me and Cypher, then me and us, Cypher, and Airsoft Spartacus, then me, Cypher, and Tristan. Then I took a long hiatus from this channel and a long hiatus from Airsoft. And now the second season is me and Sancho, and I'm trying to get other people involved as well. It's just, timing and stuff like that. But mark my words, before the second season of Drinkers Airsoft is over, there will be Airsoft Spartacus on this channel. I will have the first host, Cypher, back on this channel, back from his long hiatus of Airsoft. And I'm going to see if I can get another guest. I don't know. Maybe I can get Tristan to come back once a guest. Who knows? But yeah, it's just really nice to finally be back on this channel. People know this is my first YouTube channel. I put so much work into this YouTube channel, and and Airsoft as a whole. So it's really nice to be back and actively doing Airsoft. I'm actively involved in my other channel, Fumbles Retro Hunter. You can follow me on there. I'm about to close this out. So Sancho, you want to do your plugs?
Yes, it's Bazat. My bad. I'm your only human. Had to. Alright. Sancho the GOAT on Instagram. Trust me, I am gonna be adding more stuff. I'm into poetry, music. I'm trying to do a traveling thing because I've never really traveled as much as I wanted to. So now I was document my traveling. Now that I finally finished everything that I need to finish, I'm documenting that. I'm telling people about what I like, what I think is cool. Also, I want to start speaking about firearms and being a firearms owner in New York, stuff like that. So holla at me. The Sancho the Goat YouTube, I'm gonna set it up today. So trust and believe. I got some things in the works.
And I will be promoting that also on my channels. Besides this channel, also my main channel, Fumbles Retro Hunter. One last thing I forgot. We got the most important gear that you must have at a mill center or any gear.
Oh yeah. If you're gonna be out there,
If you have age.
yeah, if you're of age, you're gonna be out there for a while. Get you a little flasky flask.
So
Okay?
this is a special flask, and only it holds 2 cigars, and you can have a little drinky drink as well. Always have a flask. You know why? When we was out there on that field, that little flask I had lasted a while. We were drinking like it was his. So we went to that airsoft event. It was his birthday, and we out there getting twisted, drinking.
Still cooking, people.
Yeah,
Still cooking.
I remember I got taken as a prisoner, so I'm in there in the holding cell. So I'm like, yo, can I take a drink of my flask? And dude was like, you got a flask? And he's like, by all means. Dude, I was getting twisted. That flask lasted I don't know how that flask lasted so long. And I was drinking honey jack. I was good. But yeah, I want to say thank you everybody for coming on. Thank you for all the interaction. Stay tuned for the more episodes. Hopefully we can start doing these more often. It's just the weather and everything's been so busy, especially if you live in New York. You know how crazy it is. I usually end a lot of my videos and my lives with a prayer, and I would like to end, especially this one, with a prayer. So I'm gonna. That's what's holding up. I'm gonna say, in this one, the prayer. If you don't mind, please bow your heads, people that are watching. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, I want to say thank you, Lord, for everything you have given us. Thank you, Lord, for this day. Lord, please watch over us, please protect us, please bring us a nice and safe and wonderful work week, wonderful year, Lord, because we are filled with prosperity, we are filled with peace and happiness. In Jesus' holy and mighty name, amen. Amen, everybody. Thank everybody for hopping on. If you want to chill with us some more, if you have TikTok, go on TikTok, Fumbles Retro Hunter. We're about to go on there right now. We just got to transition to the other area where we can talk about retro games. So, like I'm going to say, you got anything else to say?
Nah, we out.
Anyway, be safe and be blessed. All right, that's one. So now we got to transfer over to